first episode of Smoke and Vibes. Smoke and Vibes. You got your boy Chubbs right here, but you know they call me Scoop. So you got Tory T right there. Call it Slim, whatever you want to call him. What you want to call you? Alright, that's just Tory right there. And we got Big Age in the back seat. Trap Asian, Japanese. And that's what it is. And the blunt has been lit, so the conversation has been started. Alright, so the first line of conversation I wanted to actually bring up is not really a far-fetched, not really a crazy one, but just about like our generation of love and basically like how we love today. Honestly, I don't even really say how we love. I feel like it's not really love, to be honest, compared to like what used to happen in the old days, like homes being built, like bonds being
foundations
built.
being
Yeah, stuff like that. Like
generation.
Yeah, like I don't know. I honestly feel like these days it's kind of like a 4-step process. Like, okay, these days it's like this how it's happened 90% of the time. Like you meet somebody, you find interest in them. Y'all, that's number one, and then y'all start talking. That's number 2. And then if you get to number 3, y'all have like a sexual bond, just a bond period where you feel like you're comfortable with them. And then step 4 is, and you acting like you're in a relationship or whatever, you being in a relationship. And after that, it ends. Like, it don't really be much more after that. And I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, just our generation got like, I don't know.
Well, I've talked to some people too regarding that, and it's like, our generation, you know, it's like, well, I don't believe in signing papers to be married, and I feel like marriage
it's just a piece of paper,
right? And I feel like it's way more than that. Yeah, you signing papers, but that's like a big step. That's a commitment. That's saying that I'm finna commit the rest of my life to this one person. And even if they do get married, they just getting married because they're comfortable with knowing that they could go and get a divorce.
Right.
So it's like, you can't win. You can't
But
win.
marriage is it's really supposed to be about you finding someone that you're willing to go through whatever with. Good times, bad times. That's really what it's supposed to be about. I really feel like the bad times is what matter, cause it's easy to get through the good times with somebody, but when bad times hit, that's when you really know that you love a person. And I feel like nowadays we don't even make it to those steps. Soon as somebody fuck up the first time,
you gotta do.
Yeah, you done, you cut off. But I feel like it's because we have our own trust issues. Like, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? How many times are we willing to get hurt by a person to really show that I love you, or like, you know what I'm saying? And that's usually what it be too. Yeah. You have to sit there. Oh, I've been there through this and through that to really prove that you love a person.
When you stand up there and you in exchange of vows, they say for better or for worse, through sickness and in health. And when you say I do, that's you committing to that person
through whatever.
Right.
But a lot of people, that commitment is so scary. Committing to be with one person. Till y'all die?
For life.
And it is. But once I feel like you say, fuck it, I'ma jump ship with you, it ain't shit you can do. That's the choice.
But no, that's why I feel like that's what finding that person is about. Like, who do I want to go through hell with? Like, who do I want to, if you want to ship stranded in the middle of the ocean, like, who would you want to be out there with?
Right.
Yeah. Like if this was going to be the last person I had to be with, like.
And a lot of times I feel like I'd rather be out there by myself.
Bitch, a zombie apocalypse.
No.
Right. Bitch, I'd rather go through this with you. Like,
man, I don't know, but I definitely feel like, I don't know, like the whole meaning of love is not what it meant back then. Like,
and you have this image, and I feel like why a lot of relationships not lasting is because one person don't agree with everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have this perfect picture of what they saw growing up and what they want, and the person they chose.
And if you're not that, it's
yeah, we call it.
Yeah, but that's what. But with love comes compromise.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When you love somebody, it's gonna be things that
and
you
that
don't
word
like.
Terrifies a lot of people.
Yeah, it do.
Not having it your way.
Yeah. But it's give and take. You know?
But then that comes with maturity. A lot of people are not mature enough to even, like, you know what I'm saying, embrace the idea of love and commitment. And, like, that's not even a lot of people go no more.
Yeah.
It's just to find somebody, shack up, and get money. It's not to build a foundation or, you know what I'm saying?
And everything's so quick now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's quick. You get together, 4 months later, you're expecting a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
real
it's
shit.
quick.
Real shit, though.
That's, yeah, and then now you...
Now this person who could have been seasonal, you just put that person in your life permanently.
Yeah. You forced to deal with them for life.
Bitch, and I know, bitch, I did that shit 3 times. 3 seasonal motherfuckers, I made them permanent.
This shit. This shit. You going too far.
But you know, experiences. We ain't gonna say no names, but you know.
Yeah, the next subject is, though, double standards in a relationship. Like, how do y'all feel about, like, double standards? And when I say, like, double standards, I mean, let's say if, like, your man being able to do things that you couldn't do. As for,
And I feel like this is a sticky topic because, I mean, I feel like double standards, there's pros and cons to, like, double standards. Because I do feel like the double standard with when a man is single and a woman is single, for a man to be able to go out and sleep with as many people, and for a woman to do it, it looks bad on the woman, but it doesn't look bad on the man.
And I want to say that, like, I feel like, to me, that's why I feel like when you say you agree with them, the standard you're agreeing with, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever, right? Because me, I don't.
Are you saying double standards as is I think that men and women should share the same standards?
When I say that, I don't think they should.
Right, I agree. I agree that they shouldn't. Like, they shouldn't.
Because I feel like just in that situation right there, like, I don't know. I feel like the reason why it looks different for a woman to go do that when as opposed for a man to go do it when they single is I feel like women should carry themselves different. They women, they pinnacles of life. Like, they're not like men. Men, like, I don't know, you kind of like in a life sense we're disposable or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? It's more important to keep a woman than it is to keep a man.
What do you mean a man is disposable?
I feel
We're
like
not disposable because if we didn't have men, we couldn't reproduce as women alone.
Yeah.
It would be impossible. I feel like cause I get what you're saying, that women it is a certain way that a woman should carry herself. But
the whole woman at a higher total, like.
And I feel like it's a certain way a man should carry himself, but they don't.
That's what I'm saying. So who's to say that? That's what I'm saying. That why is it okay for a man to go out and be promiscuous? Because a man can get AIDS or something just like a woman out here being promiscuous. So, like, well, I just feel like it's just a double standard just because of the way that it looks on a woman. Oh, you're a hoe. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like a woman being a hoe and a man being a hoe is 2 different sentences. One is glorified, and in the eyes of other men, one is normalized that it's okay for men to be hoes, but for a woman to do it, it's not that okay. Yeah, she's frowned upon.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
But I mean, to double stand to the point where it comes to, like, I want to say, like, should, like, men and women, like, when it comes to, like, cleaning, cooking, and stuff like that.
That's a good one, though.
Like,
that's a good one. How do you feel about that? Like, you feel like a man should be, like, just as responsible for cleaning and cooking?
I feel like, honestly,
if the woman went to work too?
I feel like, honestly, it's case by case basis. Because I feel like, why? If the man and the woman are both working, we both should equally. If I'm home, I clean up. If you're home, you clean up. You know what I'm saying? If the woman is a stay-at-home mom, like, okay, you should clean up because you're at home.
Yeah.
And cook. And do the laundry.
Yeah, because you're at home and he's taking care of everything. I feel like
it just depends on who bringing what to the table and who doing what, whose schedule look like what. What I need to do.
But all right, on to the next subject. The next subject is gonna be in this, like, in certain situations, is it always good to forgive or just solidly forget? Like, should everybody be forgiven?
I feel like you can never forget when something is done to you and it hurts you to the point where you feel like you can't forgive somebody. You're not never gonna forget what happened.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, personally, I do feel like that everybody should be forgiven. And of course, I mean, that's case by case basis, not like rapists and sex traffickers and stuff like that. Because that's, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be forgiven for what you did. Yeah. But I mean, for so-called, like, for friends and family and people who've hurt you, you know, failed relationships, things like that, I feel like, yeah, everybody should be forgiven. I mean, because if you were to not purposely hurt someone, because you can unintentionally hurt somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You never know how something you do to somebody affects them or how they take it.
Very true.
You know, I feel like you would want to be forgiven too. So I do feel like that we all should learn to forgive, but that's easier said than done. Right. That's easier said than done, because it's hard to forgive sometimes.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like not all people should be forgiven. I feel like not all people should be just straight up forgiving. So I feel like once you forgive somebody, it's in your natural human will to try to I don't know, you kind of got, once you forget somebody, you automatically get them a pathway to your caring heart. And so I feel like sometimes
I disagree with that, but continue.
Okay, but I don't know, just I feel like I'd rather some people don't even deserve that much from you. I don't need to forgive you. I can just, you know what I'm saying, just keep you out of my life, period. Out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. If you out of my sight, you really don't matter. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I feel like forgiving is power, basically. You're gaining something when you say, you know what, I'm not gonna hold on to this no more. I'm gonna forgive you, and I'm gonna move on from this, and you'll be released. So whatever they doing, it won't affect you. Period. Because of the fact that you gave that up. Mm-hmm. I forgive you, I'm gonna forget, and I'm gonna move forward. So I feel like that's, you know what, I'm finna just push you all the way out of my life. Yeah, because
I feel like that's the ultimate way to rid of something that you've been holding on to, or something that's been weighing you down. Mm-hmm. You forgive that person, and you know what I'm saying, you call it quits with that situation altogether. Because when you don't forgive a person, you carrying that with you. You holding on to that. Not so saying that you got a grudge out for them or anything like that, but when it's just something about forgiving that it sets you free from something that you're holding on to. Because that person may not be affected. You're the one that's affected. Mm-hmm. When, you know what I'm saying, when you feel like you can't forgive somebody, damn, I can't forgive them.
And as long as you can't forgive,
you'll always, you know what I'm saying, you'll always feel some type of way about it. Yeah. You'll always, you know what I'm saying, you'll always have that feeling that I can't forgive them for what they did to me. But I feel like you have to for you.
Forgiveness, you know what I'm saying? Weakness, it's power.
And nobody's perfect. We all do stuff. We all make mistakes. And you know what I'm saying? We want our friend or our family or whoever to forgive us if, well, you know what I'm saying, if we was to do something, or you know what I'm saying?
Because we might be like, what the fuck? You mad at me because I said this? I don't even remember saying
and sometimes
that.
It be like that.
Person feeling.
Yeah, and you just may not know it, because everybody's different. Everybody takes things differently. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I feel like that's a touchy subject, because I feel like a lot of people are walking around.
But they'll do it in due time.
Holding on to things that we haven't forgiven people for, even myself. And I feel like that's something, that's a topic that we really don't talk about a lot. It's the things that we're holding on to, and that's why we're out here depressed and angry and frustrated and going through, you know what I'm saying, because we're holding on to all this stuff. We have all these things that done happened to us in the past that we carrying with us, that you haven't, you know what I'm saying, forgiven that person for, or, you know.
And all that come back at some point in life.
And you have to deal with it, yeah. And you have to deal with it. You have to face it.
I'm starting to learn that.
That was a high moment right there.
You should just pause because I feel like that was a good